Welcome back to Secrets to Success. This is the first time I'm going live on this podcast because am I stopped posting the scheduled post because I was like, I got caught up. And so yeah, this is going to be day 28. I do have my notes here that I got to read. But this is day 28 of Syncrets To Success. Thank you to everyone that's been chiming in, commenting, and watching these episodes. Again, these will stay up forever. This is my entry into the world of sync, or my guide to how you can get into the world of sync and trailer music. So this is day 28. The impetus or the goal was to go 30 days straight. So we are almost there. So whether I go live or pre-recorded or uploaded or whatever the case is, we are getting there. So day 28, we're going to dive into the world of sync licensing for commercials, advertisements, and marketing campaigns. These are short but impactful stories, visual stories that rely heavily on the music to convey the message and, of course, eventually sell the product and sell the ad. So to start, there are some requirements and opportunities in sync licensing for commercials. They demand music that can grab the attention, that can directly relate to the brand, convey the brand message, and can create the emotional connections within like a brief time frame. Usually commercials are less than 30 seconds. Sometimes you can get up to a minute. And we've talked before on this podcast of the Super Bowl commercials that, you pay however many $7 million for a 30-second ad. So that's a lot of money, and it's a lot of opportunity for us as music creators to hopefully get in on that train. The role of music in enhancing brand messaging and creating emotional connections with audiences cannot be overstated. Music can be a powerful tool for influencing perceptions, evoking emotions, and reinforcing those brand identities for those brands that we want to work with. And us as composers, we have to craft the music that will align with the brand objectives and also the objective of the story that they're trying to tell in the commercial. So crafting music that will match the brand identity and the objectives of the commercial, that's like a game that we have to play. It's an art form. It is an art and a science. It involves understanding the brand's values, the target audiences for the commercial. For example, a Nike commercial might want to they have a huge audience. They have people that are doing sports. They have people that might just be walking. They have people that just want shoes. And then even with the sports side, there's basketball, there's tennis, there's baseball. So if the commercial is for athletes, maybe they just want to focus on the athlete side and not so much the sort of consumer general side. So there's all these different avenues that one brand could have. Apple, for example, they might have people that want a computer, but they also might want people, most of their sales are on the iPhones and of course their services. But then they also have corporate clients that might want tablets and all these other things. And then Amazon, of course, you have Amazon web servers that supply a lot of the internet's sites and services. Then you have the Amazon the online platform where you can buy books and stuff like that. So there's all these different audiences. So if you're working on a commercial for Amazon, is the commercial for the Amazon web service? Is the commercial for the Amazon site? Is it for something else, a new thing that Amazon's going to have? Is it for the Kindle? So it helps us to realize how we should tailor our music for the brand's values, the target audience, the messaging of the ad. And then we create the music that complements and reinforces those elements. We have to make sure that consistency is key. We want to make sure that the music that we create aligns with the brand's consistent messaging, no matter what the platform is. And commercials, when it comes to commercials in comparison to film and television, commercials are really super fast paced. In the sync licensing world, commercials usually quick turnaround times, usually less than a day, sometimes a couple hours. And composers, we have to be prepared to work efficiently and meet tight deadlines. If you have stuff in your catalog that you can pitch to, that's great. If you're doing something custom, just make sure that you can get it in time. If you're collaborating with others, make sure that they can meet your timeline. Make sure you have enough, I would say, enough of a time block in there or allotment in there so that if the deadline is 5 p.m., Eastern Standard Time, if I'm working with a collaborator, I have them send it to me by 3. That way I have a couple hours to maybe get a decent mix, get some eyes on it, and try to upload at least 30 minutes before the deadline. An hour is even better because you have no idea what's going to happen. Internet might drop. You might have to run to a library or something to get your upload going. You might have to try to upload from your phone. So I try not to upload like right at the deadline. Sometimes I do, but other times it's just I try to do 30 minutes to an hour before the actual deadline and get it to the client or the library or the music supervisor. And you have to be adaptable. So you send it in. They might say, hey, I literally just sent something for an album. And they're like, I need a no percussion mix. And it's like, okay, let me do that real quick and bounce that out. So you have to have access to your files, whether it's in the cloud, an external hard drive, multiple locations would be great. But you have to have access to your files so you can get them really quickly. And you have to be adaptable, be able to do those alternate mixes. And a key understanding of the commercial's visual narrative are essential. I might talk about this in another episode, or I've probably talked about it in the past, but as far as things things that I deliver, especially for commercials, or in general, I usually deliver the full song. If it has vocals, I will do the instrumental version, and then sometimes I do the acapella. They don't use the acapella as much, but just to have the flexibility, I send all three. And then if they want more, like for example, they might say we want no drums, we want no percussion at all, we want no keys, we just want whatever. So just being able to tailor that. I don't always bounce stems because the libraries I work with, not all of them want stems, not all of them want a 30-second or 60-second version. Sometimes they'll cut it up on their own, or they'll come back and ask for that. So the very minimum, I'm delivering the full, the instrumental, and the acapella. So just make sure we can tailor our music for commercial sync placements. We have to study successful commercial soundtracks. Again, the Super Bowl is great. I mentioned before that Billboard does a analysis of the Super Bowl ads, and then understanding the visual narrative and using the music to enhance the key moments in the story. Music and commercials should be memorable and leave a lasting impression. For commercials in general, they offer a unique playground for composers where creativity and efficiency must go hand in hand. And in general, most commercials are higher paying. They're upfront. Usually you're not getting residuals on that, but you get an upfront high pay fee. And also, one thing to keep in mind, I have this in a sync talk that I do for like writing camps and things like that. You want to keep this acronym in mind. LONG, pause, long. L means it's a commercial local. O is it online. N is national, and G is global. So depending on where the commercial lies on that scale, that should also help you determine the rate that they should be paying. And of course, if they have a budget, just whatever their budget is and whether you can work with that budget. So by understanding the specific requirements of harnessing the power of music and brand messaging and crafting music that resonates with the audience, we can excel in the fast-paced world of commercial sync licensing. That will conclude day 28 of Syncrets To Success. This is Marcus Fingaz, DAFINGAZ. I'll make sure I include some stuff in the description you can check out, including the Facebook group. Join the Syncrets To Success Facebook group. Ask questions there. There are some libraries there looking for creators just like you and me. And come back tomorrow for day 29 as we're entering the world of sync. And I will see you tomorrow. All right. Peace.